Natalie, take it easy. I'm here. Thank God. Sorry. I know. Let's move, and I'll figure out what to do once we're safe. Right with you. Get me out of here. What has it been, 5 minutes? Maybe less? And Natalie warned me before I left. Those hackles of hers were raised like she knew something was wrong, or perhaps like she felt something was about to happen. Anyway, we're out of there now. Let's take a quick check upstairs to see Miguel's wife. Alone, thankfully, but this totally wipes out the idea of us staying here at Miguel's, at least for now. Looks like she doesn't realize anything different was going down. So, safest course from here, unfortunately, is to catch up with Tess and Alex again at the condo, leave Natalie with them, and then I need to start a propaganda campaign of my own, and see how GCN fares against the power of the press. First though, I'm in here, so let's check up on Katya, see if she has any new wisdom to help shape my next move. Katya, it's me. Sister, it's been nearly 2 hours and I was starting to worry. Did you set things up with Miguel? Wasn't easy, but if you know about that, I imagine you are in a similar place. I see you're safely relocated. Where are you? Once the air cleared at Alex's, I tackled Miguel. He set up a safe house for us, gave us access. Tessa and Alexei made their way by transit, and I took Natalia, well disguised, in Alexei's air car. So far, we're holding out okay. And Lisa? Miguel took her in hand. She'll be sure to cause a fuss once she leaves the precinct, but at least she's off our scent. For now. Likewise. Next steps. You contacted Vic yet? You mean Victor? At NNI? That's the one. An ungrateful and appreciative asshole he may be, but he's honest. At least the one in my timeline is. And he's connected. Only chance we really have against GCN, while Natalia's broadcasts trickle out, is to use the global press for our own propaganda campaign. Eventually, I know we'll undermine GCN's public support. And then, they're done. Kat, I'm not... What broadcasts are you talking about? Natalia's here, with us. She can't possibly make any broadcasts without... Sorry, Katja, I got ahead of myself. Forgot about the differences between your timeline and mine. But I'd suggest if there is any way you can engineer a distribution of what Natalia knows, spoken in her own words, with her face in front of the public. I hear you. If people will believe anyone, it is her. And perhaps Victor can be convinced to draw on all his resources for a story this big. I know he can help make this happen. Thank you for your suggestion, Kat. Now I just need to work out how to get hold of him. I also forgot how restricted the linear timeline can be. Things I can do now that I couldn't even contemplate before. What time is it for you there? It is nearly 12. Almost an hour to wait in the light at Alexei's, until the GCN trail is completely cold. Then the rest of the time to convince Miguel and arrive here. Do you think it would be safe to call Victor from where you are? Or should I drop out of the light somewhere more secure and make the call for you? If I can get him interested enough, is there a good place I can get him to meet with you and Natalia? If you make the call, he will be suspicious. You don't even sound like me. But I'm certainly not going to give away our location, at least until I see how he reacts. How is this, sister? Do you think I can fool him enough to get him to come to a rendezvous? Because once he sees Natalia, here's what she has to say. I'm convinced he'll be willing to commit. After all, no matter how big a story I bring in, how important a case I uncover, he's always disappointed. Never big enough, never as significant as he thinks it should be. But this is as big as it gets. Good enough, Kat. Enough to hook him. So, let me give you a location, and I'll leave the call to you. Have him meet us at Eastgate Library, Study Room 5, 1 p.m. I know the head librarian very well. She keeps the room reserved for me, 9 to 3, every weekday. Hiding in plain sight. I use it for research, interviews, consultation, whenever I need unmonitored location. He's met me there once before, for the energy scandal case. You'll know what it means. Here's his number. Got it. All right, it's as good as done, Katja. You and Natalia saddle up, and I'll get Victor to come to you. Travel safely, and good luck. What would we have done if you hadn't learned how to do what you do? This light of yours, it has already saved us. Saved yours, so many times. We would be on different lines of existence. and in much deeper trouble than we are. But we do have this ability, and I intend to use it to find the best way through for all of us. Or at least, the best way I can see, making the decisions as I go. And you, my sister self, remember, this is not just a one-way gift. You're the one who helped me discover my abilities in the first place. So go get this done. On it. See you soon. And thank you. Yes, it was all you in the beginning, Katja. And all of us owe you for your awareness, your courage, and your decisiveness. I do need to help us all navigate this nearly overwhelming challenge and find a way to put the truth about GCN out there for everyone to see, and give Natalie a chance to be reborn. But also, if I can, to do it without destroying my reputation, what there is of it, or those of my sister selves. And more important than that, to keep Tess and Alex safe. A tall enough order in one timeline, just that much more impossible in 4. Alright, let's cruise the area and find a quiet place to make a call. That public college will probably have, yes, a study center with private meeting rooms, all hooked up for teleconferencing. I can tap into one, a local call. Let's see how convincing I can be. Natalie, we're helping out my sister Katja with a little phone call. And then we'll get back to Tess and Alex at the condo. That window behind us opens onto a public space. And you look almost exactly like a very well-known personality, so I get it. Look away from the window, keep quiet. Why are we taking this risk anyway? Quickest way to find an open, available telecom system. And that's what I need. So, just sit tight and let me know when I'm done how well you think this went. Okay? I can't wait. Yeah, you and me both. Let's see how close Katja's boss is to the one I have to deal with.
NNI, Viktor Kazanov.
Viktor. Katja.
Katja, you most useless, lazy, incompetent bitch. I have given up on ever hearing from you again. So you call to beg one more chance? Or do I just tell you now that never again will you file story with News Network International?
Good to hear your voice too, Viktor. Glad you appreciate all the hard work I've put into my past cases. Now I'll give you one chance to listen to what I have to say. One only. Your name could be made or broken with the story I have, and the decision is yours. I will be at Eastgate Library 1 p.m. You know the room. Be there, or you will regret it for the rest of your life.
Katja, you slanderous self-centered...
How'd I do, Natalie? A touch less forgiving, a bit more abusive, but pretty much the same Vic I know and love from my own line. And Natalie, she read the whole scene like a book. Yet another example of how easily she picks up vibes and nuances in everything around her. A little nervous about jumping back to my own timeline now and meeting Tess and Alex at the condo, because that means a time of around 11:35. We're only a little behind Katja on the real time clock. But so far, skipping time hasn't been a problem, so I guess I just trust my instincts and hope for the best. Alright, let's find that trail and follow Tess and Alex through the last stage of their journey. There they are, dropping for the last approach. Quick scan backwards along this line to make sure. Alright, looks like they made it out with no obvious surveillance. We should be good. Alright, back to the condo at arrival time and... Okay, touchdown. Into the condo, Alex dealing with the alarms, waving to the snoopy neighbor there. Thankfully he recognizes Alex. Or, is that a good thing? Can't keep completely off the radar if even one person knows for sure where one of us is. Still, he may only know Alex by face, not by name, so unless his mugshot is circulated as a suspect, we might be okay. Doors closed. Time to make our entrance and give my friends a chance to yell at me again. Natalie, Tess and Alex just arrived downstairs. I brought us back here to the living room so they could take a moment to prepare instead of springing another sudden appearance. Can you give me a second? They're not expecting me, are they? I told them I'd found another safe location for you, so... It's okay, Kat. You go and break the news. I'll stay out of sight until you need me. Thanks, Natalie. It'll only take a moment. Tess? Kat, if my heart gives out, I'm sending you the defib bill. Every time I turn around today, there you are, materializing out of nowhere. You could make a whole new career, scaring the crap out of unsuspecting citizens.
Not to belittle Tess's ferociousness, but I'm about ready to lash out myself, Kat. And you know I'm a pretty docile guy unless I'm seriously provoked. Is there no way you can warn us instead of popping in from wherever it is you go? Like the genie on that old TV show.
Tess, Alex. All right, I get it. But I'm here. Oh, come here, woman. Come here. I'm so glad you're safe. Every time we watch you vaporize or walk away, we're both worried sick that you might not come back. So yeah, we're freaked out whenever you show up, but I guess we'll just have to get used to it. And I will if it's going to mean you're still with us. Heart attack potential aside, your newly discovered abilities are scaring us half to death.
What she says, Katie. She's always been much better at putting things into words.
Get over here and stop talking. You know, it's only been about 10 or 15 minutes for me since we last talked. I'm trying to check back as often as I can, but it's still too long. Yeah, well, you're staying for a while now, right? Got things settled with Natalie, the wheels in motion to help make her story public? Why am I getting the feeling everything I say is a fairy tale I just made up on the spur of the moment? Because, Tess, you can read me like a book, and I'm giving off not exactly vibes that turn your little fairy tale on its head. So then what? Are we safe here? Or did our journey out to the sticks just happen so that Alex and I could spend a couple of hours alone together? Would that be such a bad thing? Was it?
None of your business. Investigative journalists can be such a pain in the...
It was great, Kat. A good excuse to catch up, but mostly what we talked about was you and Natalie. And how in hell are we ever going to resolve our current situation? Thank you, both. But I got us all into this, and I'll get us out. All of us. I've started a few things that should help. And as you say, Tess, the wheels are in motion, but not enough wheels. Not yet. 2 wheels will not move the bus. A couple more and a good shove. And then things will start happening. My sister Salves and I are working on it. Alright, so much for the encouraging part. The fairy tale? What's become of Prince Charming on his white horse? I assume you're not referring to Jack. That asshole couldn't take a step without tripping over his own ego. Well put. So, not the official boyfriend, the public image puppet I call when I need to show anyone just how ineffective and how submissive, how much of a tag-along trinket I am. Can't have anyone in the general public believing I have a mind of my own, or could really get things done.
You have your reasons for letting him treat you the way he does, for putting on a show. Let's leave it at that. But you know bloody well what Tess is talking about.
Let's go into the living room. We can have a seat. Make it easier for me to explain where things stand. Alex, why do I get the feeling our girl here is carefully avoiding the issue? Another manipulative masterpiece. Courtesy of our friend... Shit! Natalie! You scared me half to death. Yes, Alex. Sorry to have to join the party again so soon. Kat and I were hoping we had a place that would work to keep her hidden. It may yet, but there's no safer place for her than with you two. And as it stands, we absolutely need her safe. Are you good with that? I am definitely going to have to cut down on the caffeine. My poor body's truly going to suffer massive adrenaline shock. But as far as keeping Natalie with us is concerned, Natalie, wherever I am, consider yourself at home. Alex and I... Alex, am I...
Of course, Tess.
We both accepted responsibility for you the moment we agreed to help Kat. Not the first time we put ourselves on the line of fire for her, and I'm sure it won't be the last. So, welcome home, Natalie. I've never... There are no words. You're right, Natalie. No words. And I think now you have a better idea of why I keep running off and leaving you, so I can check on these two, Natalie. Trust is one thing. Family in danger, and as part of your family, girl, which seems to be growing larger by the hour, I need to know what to expect coming at us. Because if you know anything, have any idea, it might stave off that heart attack I seem to be barely evading. Just a little longer. I suppose, with a little persuasion, you really want me to do this? You held back before. But you know it'll make us both feel better. Emotional outrage, emotional, physical outlet. Wasn't that what we used to call it? First, two. You're rusty, girl. False security. The dangerous thing. Like I said, out of practice.
That's one to Tess, ladies.
Oh my God. Alex, what craziness is this? They're gonna hurt each other. Do something.
Tradition, Natalie. Their way of shedding the burdens of the day. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but women do the strangest things, and these two, they've known each other far too long.
You, watch out, Alex.
Got my referee's jersey on, Kat, and you're losing.
Just hold that thought.
One to Kat. Nicely done, Miss Anderson.
We have to stop this, Alex. Even if they don't break bones, they're breaking the furniture. This house isn't even ours.
Nothing that can't be easily set right, Natalie. Let the girls have their fun.
Fun? If this is what women are doing for fun these days, I am seriously behind the times.
Too much time caught up in trying to make GCN look good in the public eye, Natalie. That's all over now. Time to learn what else goes on in the world.
No, getting out of this one, girl. Maybe not. No.
Two to Kat and a winner in the blue corner.
Quite finished yet, my friend. I had you, didn't I had you. I think Nellie is shot. She knows me better than you think already. Yes, Kat. I'm beginning to think I do.
So, ladies, can I begin clearing out my friend's house now? Or is it to be an instant rematch?
I think Kat feels a lot better now, Alex. She always feels like a new person when she beats me. It happens so rarely. A little humility, Tess. I know you let me win because you know me too well. You knew how much I needed a confidence boost. Yeah, well, I won't give you so much room to maneuver next time. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Kat. Now get out of here. I know you're going to leave again. Run off to find that other wheel for the bus or whatever it was you said you needed. So go. Only let us know where you're going, what you're doing. So if it all goes sideways, we can find you and help. I'm going back into the city, Tess. Natalie knows what I have to do. We did it for my future self, Katja, before we came back here. Victor, Tess. We called Victor. Vic here in your timeline. Because Kat thinks he's the only chance we have of getting my story global, fast enough, viral enough, that GCN can't shut it down. And to convince him to help, she needs me.